Hi folks, David Nesbitt here, PGA Director of Instruction at Boulder Ridge Golf Club in San Jose, California. Here I am on the 18th hole, par 5 at Boulder Ridge. And I'm faced with a shot where I'm about 8 to 10 feet off the green. I have an uphill green slope. I got a little tier I got to get over as well. I've also got some grass here that's kind of soggy. So it's really easy to kind of gouge my wedge into the ground. I've seen this happen quite a bit. Get up to this shot, try to hit this shot, and something like this happens. Right? We've all had that shot. Well, I'm going to introduce you to a shot that's fail-safe, not embarrassing, and hopefully we'll be able to get the ball real close to the hole so we can get up and down from this position. A lot of bets are won and lost on the 18th hole, so let's try to go with the safest way possible to get this ball up and down. Now, a lot of people would probably take their putter on this shot. The problem with using a putter is that we have quite a long way between the fringe and the green. There's about 10 feet here where the ball can easily bound off line. There's also, it's kind of hairy grass, so it doesn't roll consistently. It's very hard to gauge how hard to hit the ball to get that ball close. Remember, we have to go uphill and over a ridge to get to this pin position. So the putter is not a good choice either. So what we're going to introduce you today is the hybrid club or fairway wood in this particular shot. Now the reason I like to use the hybrid or the fairway wood in this shot, for one reason is the sole of the club is very rounded. A rounded sole means the club won't dig into the turf like we did with our pitching wedge. It also has, this particular hybrid has 19 degrees of loft. It's more than our putter. Our putter has about 4 degrees of loft. So what happens is when I strike the ball gets airborne a little bit and then kind of glides over this 8 to 10 feet of hairy fringe. So the way I set up for this shot is I'll grip down as much as I can all the way to the end of the grip. That gives me a lot of control over this club. Because this is a much longer club than our putter, we need to make it as short as possible. Now you'll notice that there's about 4 or 5 inches of grip sticking out the back of the club here. Well, that's easy to snag on your clothes or on your thigh. So what I need to do is open my stance to allow this portion of the grip to glide through my stance and not get caught on my clothes. So I'll set the ball position back in my stance, like so. Have my hands slightly forward to ensure a nice downward strike on the ball. Okay? Nice shallow backswing, shallow forward swing, and an accelerating stroke. So what I'll do is I'll take a couple practice swings, get a feel for how far back I need to bring the club, and I try to imagine that if I had my putter in my hands here, and this was all green, and I was going to that pin, how far back would I bring my putter? About this far. Same general rule applies for your hybrid. So now when I step up to this ball, I'm going to feel very confident that I'm not going to chunk it, and I'm going to get it to the back hole location above this ridge. Alright, so I set up, ball position slightly back, gripping down. I've opened my stance to the left, but I'm aiming my club face at my target line, much like a putter. Take a little practice swing, get a feel for how far I need to hit this. Weight slightly forward like I would on a putt. And let's do this. Oh, hit the pin. 2 feet away, up and down. I think I got you on this one.